Call me paranoid or schizo on cur. But every time I rent an Airbnb, I always put me a green grape up at the light switch in the master bathroom. Then I get my trimmers and I make sure I go against the grain just like this right here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Wow, just look at it. I always use my finger to wipe off any residue that's on there. I always go on the other side and I hit it just like that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. I always make sure I make a couple passes on her just to make sure I got everything just like that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. And then I get my matching magnetic mark and I make my dots as the reference points. Because you just never know. And this method flawless for real. I mean, just look at it. I don't think nobody can pass this in regular motion. People always calling me paranoid and schizo. But I don't care. Every time I rent an Airbnb, I'ma always check it using a BlackBerry. I just put it on the light switch in the master bathroom just like that. And then I get my clippers and I go against the grain just like that. Sorry, I got a mouthful of sunflower seeds. I was hungry when I was making this video. So basically all you gotta do is just use your finger and wipe off any residue that was on her. And then you wanna take off your guard so you can get in there nice and tight just like that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. And then you wanna get your magic magnetic mark and make your dots as the reference points. Make sure y'all follow me on YouTube for some long form, okay? On cur, 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 on cur. Like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Hey, wow, look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at that. S. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. C. Look at that. Wow, look at that. Wow. X. Look at that. Wow, look at that. D. Onker. Look at that. C. Look at that. On. Call me paranoid or schizo on cur. But every time I rent an Airbnb, I always check the light switch in the master bathroom with milk duds. You just never know. People always calling me paranoid and schizo. But I don't care. I'ma show y'all how to check the light switches at the Airbnb after you done added your reference points. Basically, you gotta get you a thermometer and you wanna make sure you check the temperature of every reference point. You wanna go on each side and you wanna check it just like that. And then you wanna go on the bottom and you wanna check that too, just like that. Right there. That's the spot right there. So what you wanna do is you wanna get your taser and you wanna put the flashlight on it just like that. You want to heat it up a little bit. And then you want to go ahead and tase it a little bit, just like that. Right in that weak spot. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. Look at that. Wow, look at that. I don't think nobody getting past this in regular motion. And after you heat it up and tase it a little bit, then you want to make sure you go ahead and get your Band-Aid. And you want to put it right there in the spot, just like that. I always use my middle finger to wipe off any residue. Cause people always calling me paranoid and schizo. Well, fuck you.